I don't know, there was something about the cadence of a ball and the feel it in my hand and I don't know, I saw something or I felt something, and it started probably when I was 8 years old, and it just kept going. So a few years ago, I was helping my mom and dad move into a retirement community. We were cleaning out the garage, and I found this on a hot August day, and it's a picture. I drew that picture. It says, "Whom would I like to be? I would like to be an athlete and a preacher or missionary. I like sports of every sort, swimming, football, baseball, track, and tennis. With a strong body, I will be able to help other people and tell them about the Lord." Oh man, yeah, that's my mom and dad. They're my heroes. They're both physically handicapped. They told me about Jesus, and they made me believe that he was worth knowing. And their positivity was incredible. I want to see souls. I mean, I can see, oh, gee whiz, that guy has got great hands. This guy needs a little work on his footwork. He needs footwork. You can evaluate all of that stuff. Obviously, I do. All of that's a worldly point of view. So what's a non-worldly point of view? It means that you see people as souls. You just don't see them as bodies, as specimens, as products, as objects. None of us really want to be known that way, do we?
I met Coach Mo during a time that, in some very spiritually formative years. And that summer is when Coach and I met and decided to go on my first tour to China. I was partying a bunch, just drinking and drugs and, just really caught up in one lifestyle. And I'd given my life to the Lord, but it was never sold out. Love is what I needed at the time. He really was put in my path and used to start steering me in a better direction.
Coach, friend, trainer, kind of mentor, pastor, encourager. I'm just grateful that I'm his friend.
I can't remember exactly when I met Coach Mo, but I knew I liked him right away.
Even his name, like Coach Mo, is just memorable. And the sparkle in his eyes, he has a radiance to his countenance. If you think that Coach Mo loves you, he really does.
I was trying to figure out what faith is and faith in Jesus and following and what that meant. And I had this and I had my basketball where I'm trying to excel and push past people and do that. So I had kind of these two things working on these two sides. And I remember thinking, I would love to do this. Just life conversations kind of mixed in with what God's doing.
There's an investment in a team, and then there's an investment through a team. And so much of Athletes in Action is to measure how alive we are and address those kinds of issues inside of us. You want to play the game and see what happens and test your mettle and find out if you have what it takes.
Gifts, opportunities, blessings are gifts from God. And when your heart is overflowing with thanksgiving and gratitude, it's hard for it to get puffed up. It's hard for you to get puffed up when you're constantly giving thanks.
The way that Maury has been able to have fingerprints around the world are really something. When we came on staff with Athletes in Action, and some friends had a dinner party for us, and our friend held up his glass and he said, "Coach Mo, while you've been here at Bryan College, you were kind of like a ripple in a glass. He says, and now you're gonna ripple in the ocean, man.
When he comes to town, oftentimes we'll go down to TNT Studios. We're hanging out with the TNT late night staff late into the night when it's just the 6 of us with Shaq and Ernie and Charles and Kenny Smith. And then you walk out and you see him over there for 20 minutes. On the way back out, he's gonna go search out the security guard. He'll remember his name. And where's Coach Mo's out there praying and who knows what's going on. You got the guy crying over something. There's an equal treatment that is inspiring to me of who he's around.
Coach Mo has definitely given me courage to walk in the light and to be transparent and to live honestly and openly. And like that communication carries over into my marriage. And that communication, I hope, can be modeled for my sons. He's just so sold out for what the Lord's doing. And the Lord, I mean, like, that is the business he's in. I mean, it's just extravagant love and just life. And so it's one adventure after another because of how much he trusts.
Life's supposed to be shared. It doesn't matter whether it's a seventh grade boy or it's Steph or KD. I want the stage full. When I wake up in the morning, oftentimes I have this little cadence that goes on that says, for the good of the game, the growth of its people, to the glory of God. I want to give people hope. And you tell them your story, this is the truth. This is me.